So, some of you may be aware that I'm speaking at a conference this week, and I wanted to take a couple minutes to not lose some of the really good momentum that we have built over the last couple days. And I know that there's some conversation about waiting 2 weeks kind of in between the live streams, but there is value in taking some time to be thoughtful and intentional and kind of map out what God is saying and doing. And I think the other piece of it too, guys, is in full transparency, it's just schedule wise to be prepared. To do it on a weekly basis is a lot, but as I said, I don't want to lose the momentum. And one of the things that's important, and what I'm going to be addressing, particularly over the next a couple weeks, is the idea of love in action, and how I think love has gotten a reputation for being indifferent at times, because aggression and force are things that are typically considered to be the opposite of love. And what I'm going to be challenging us to do is to look at ways to put God's love in action. And how do we actively do things differently? How do we think differently? How do we speak differently? How do we live differently to demonstrate and put forth love and make love an action word? And it is. And I think intuitively we know that. But we're going to actually come up with some steps and some strategies and some activity. And one of the first things that we have to begin to do is to change the way that we even think about this. And the temptation can be, particularly in moments of crisis, that when something bad happens, we have to respond, we have to do something. Somebody needs to be held accountable. And while love is not a place where there is no repercussion, where there's no accountability, that's not the way love works. There absolutely is accountability and repercussion for actions and decisions. Where we have to get to is a place where we don't feel like we need to do it, where we need to carry out the repercussion. Our responsibility, even in times of crisis, is to love. And that's hard. And that's a challenge. And that's one of the things that I want to call us to in the first part of what we build together, is this idea of I'm loving by embracing even my enemies. I'm loving by embracing even those that would use me, that would do harm to me, because I recognize the power, the transformative power of love. I want you to join me in doing the actual hard stuff, which is to love, not to respond in hate or fear, but to embrace and spread love.